Hey folks, thanks for being here. You know, every year we say goodbye to people who meant something to us, people we never met but who somehow felt like family. They were in our living rooms, on our radios, part of our Saturday nights and Sunday mornings. 2025 took some big ones from us. And I thought we could take a few minutes together to remember them, not just who they were, but what they gave us. The movies that changed how we saw the world, the songs that got us through hard times, the faces that made us laugh or cry or think. So grab your coffee, settle in. Let's look back at some remarkable people who left us this year. We lost David Lynch early in 2025. Now, David wasn't for everybody, and he'd probably like that I said that. He made Twin Peaks, Mulholland Drive, Blue Velvet. Strange stuff, beautiful stuff, the kind of movies that stuck in your head for days. He showed us that weird could be wonderful, that you didn't have to explain everything. Some things you just feel. Hollywood won't see another one like him. Marianne Faithfull passed on January 30th. If you grew up in the 60s, you remember her. That voice, that face. She ran with the Rolling Stones. She lived hard, she fell down, and she got back up. Her song, As Tears Go By, still hits different after all these years. Marianne taught us something about survival, about second chances, about keeping your soul intact even when life tries to take it from you. February 24th, Roberta Flack. Killing Me Softly with his song. The first time ever I saw your face. She didn't just sing songs, she inhabited them. Every word meant something. You believed every single syllable. 4 Grammys. But more than that, she had this gift for making you feel less alone. Her voice was like a warm blanket on a cold night. We're gonna miss that voice. Gene Hackman left us on February 28th. Here was a guy who could play anybody. Popeye Doyle in The French Connection, Lex Luthor, the sheriff in Unforgiven, the coach in Hoosiers, 2 Oscars. But what I remember is that face, that voice. You always believed him, always. He retired years ago, said he'd had enough, went to live a quiet life in New Mexico. There's something beautiful about that, knowing when to walk away. Rest easy, Gene. April 1st took Val Kilmer, Iceman in Top Gun, Doc Holliday in Tombstone, Jim Morrison in The Doors, Batman for crying out loud. I'm your Huckleberry. Come on, that line still gives you chills. Val fought hard these last years. Cancer took his voice, but not his spirit. He kept creating, kept showing up. That takes guts. He was cooler than most of us could ever hope to be. June 11th, Brian Wilson, The Beach Boys. God Only Knows. Good Vibrations. Wouldn't it be nice? Brian heard music that nobody else could hear, and then he figured out how to share it with the rest of us. He struggled. Lord knows he struggled. His mind wasn't always kind to him. But what came out of that beautiful, troubled brain? Pure magic. When you hear those harmonies, that's Brian. That's always been Brian. July 20th hit hard. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Theo Huxtable. Every Thursday night for years, there he was. Growing up right alongside us. He was only 54. That's too young. Way too young. But if you watched The Cosby Show in the 80s, Theo was your buddy, your brother, the kid who made mistakes but had a good heart. Malcolm grew up to be a fine actor and musician, a good man by all accounts, gone way too soon. July 22nd, the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne. What can you even say about Ozzy? Black Sabbath changed everything. Heavy metal starts with that man. Iron Man, Paranoid, Crazy Train. He bit the head off a bat. He survived everything. Drugs, accidents, reality TV. The man was indestructible until he wasn't. But here's the thing about Ozzy. Behind all the crazy, there was this sweet, funny guy who loved his family and loved making music. Sharon stayed by his side through all of it. September 16th, Robert Redford. Oh man, where do you start? Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Sting, all the President's Men, The Natural. He was maybe the best-looking man in movies, but he wasn't just a pretty face. He could really act. And more than that, he cared about things. The environment, independent film. He built Sundance from nothing, gave young filmmakers a chance. There was something about Redford, something golden, something American in the best sense of the word. We won't see another like him. October 11th, Diane Keaton, Annie Hall, The Godfather, Something's Gotta Give, Father of the Bride. She won an Oscar. But more important, she was real. Even playing characters, there was something so genuine about her. Remember that scene in Annie Hall? La-di-da, la-di-da. That was Diane. Awkward and charming and completely herself. She dressed how she wanted, said what she thought, got better and funnier with age. Hollywood doesn't make them like Diane anymore. So there they are, 10 people who made our lives a little richer, a little more interesting, a little more musical and colorful and strange. You know what gets me? These people didn't know us, but they gave us so much anyway. They showed up and did their work and made something beautiful. And that beauty lived in us. That's not nothing. That's everything, really. If you're sitting there remembering a song that got you through a hard time, or a movie you watched with someone you loved, or a character who felt like a friend, well, that's what they left behind. That's what lasts. Thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for remembering with me. Take care of yourselves. Tell someone you love them today. And I'll see you next time.